to my channel. I am Bekah Jo, and today we are doing an everyday get ready with me. I will be working from home today, but have a client's lunch meeting for several hours here in a little bit. So I figured I'm going to put some makeup on this morning. Let's just do it together. It's probably not any exciting sort of makeup look, but we love everyday get ready with me's around here just as much as the playing with makeup fun type of look. So let's do it. Didn't take long at all for me to decide I wanted to get my hair out of my face to do my makeup. So I have just a little bit of tallow on my skin right now. This is my Kingdom Come Home whipped tallow. It's beautiful. Absolutely love that tallow. It's really the second time I've ever tried a tallow, but I really like it. So on top of that, I'm going to go in with my Beef Tallow and Milk Foundation, also from Kingdom Come Home. This is in the shade 1, and I'm going to pump some onto the back of my hand, and then using a spatula brush, going to brush it onto my face. Going to blend that in now with my damp sponge. I am loving this foundation. It's a nice sheer foundation. Like, it still has a little bit of coverage, but it's just a nice light coverage and a little bit on the glowy side, especially if I'm able to pair it with something more moisturizing underneath, like that whipped tallow. For my concealer, I'm going to go in with Tower 28. I think this is the shade BU. I have been getting to know this concealer, and I like it. I do like a serum-y kind of concealer. While that sets for a moment, I'm going to take a sip of my hot tea. For a long time, I have been a coffee drinker. I still enjoy coffee, but for the last couple months or so, I've been drinking hot tea kind of instead of coffee, and it's fitting the bill for me. Oh, it's so good. It's essentially replaced coffee for me. My tea of choice has been a black tea, specifically oolong tea. Anytime in the past that I've tried an herbal tea or a green tea, I'll like it for the first few sips of that drink, but that's about it. I don't typically love an herbal tea or a green tea, but a black tea lately, I'm loving it. I'm just taking a little bit of my Sydney Grace loose powder onto the Sydney Grace brush, and I'm really just gonna set around my eyes and my nose. Do not want a heavy layer of powder. Now I'm taking my Mama Max Organics contour stick. I'm gonna add some of this to the face. So I painted my nails with one of the nail polishes that came in my Sydney Grace Nail Polish Brights mystery bag. This is the shade, I think it's Bubble Yum Babe. I'm so in love with this shade. It's such a perfect spring pink peach kind of shade. It's got enough vibrancy, but it's not in your face, at least for me. Next, I'm going in with Adele Cream Blush. This is the shade Pink Melon, and look at how perfectly it matches this nail color. It's such a nice, awake color for my skin, and I like looking like I'm awake. Okay, I just picked up this e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I like having the option of a pencil. I typically use my Sydney Grace brow palette. Still have it, still love it. Sometimes I just want to change up the utensil a little bit. That's all this is. I think it's a taupe shade, which I like because I'm deciding I really don't like a lot of added color to my brows. They're very soft on their own in terms of color, so I don't want to destroy that with the product that I'm putting on them. Over top of that, going in with my clear Stronghold brow gel from Sydney Grace, which is a favorite, as we know. I just went in with a little bit of my About Face eyeshadow primer on my lids, and I'm setting that with whatever translucent powder is left over on this brush. I want to go in with my Sydney Grace Luminous Light Face Palette. I'm going to use this as my bronzer. I'm going to dip in a little bit and then tap it on the back of the palette mirror. Don't want too much, just a little bit more color on the perimeter of my face. And like I said, this is an in-person meeting today, so I want to make sure things look good in real life. And I usually do blush after eyes, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this blush. It's a kind of shimmery pink, Love Struck. A nice, pretty complementary color to the cream blush. Okay, my base is effectively done. Let's go in with eyeshadow. For today, I want to go in with my Sydney Grace Enduring Love palette. This is a well-loved eyeshadow palette. I don't know how well you can see, but this shade's all broken, this shade's all broken, this is a little bit broken. Doesn't matter. It's enough, more than enough intact for me to use it, and it's such a fun color story and such a beautiful staple palette. Alexa has recently not only dipped her toe into Sydney Grace, but she has been trying so much Sydney Grace. She bought several palettes, several singles. I'm loving every look that she's doing. She is, while I'm filming this, not sure when this is going up, she is going through her 1 week of wearing the Enduring Love palette. So let's allow that to be inspiration today. I want to use Enduring Love today, as well as the cream shadow that just came in my mystery box. This is the shade Dove's Landing. I think this will be a really pretty, subtle, but like elevated, which is totally what today is what I'm going for. So starting with Enduring Love, let's start with the shade Cherish, and I'm gonna work this outer corner. This is a light with a little bit of depth to it, light to mid-tone kind of shade. Just working that into the outer corner and then up and through the crease a little bit. Don't want anything too dark. Just taking that same shade under the lower lash, and that's just a nice, pretty, subtle, adds a little bit of contour and color to the eyes shade. Okay, next I'm going to go in with my cream shadow. We're keeping this look simple. Cream shadow in Dove's Landing, which is just a pretty champagne-y pink color. Oh yeah, with a little bit of gold speckles in there. So we're just gonna tap this with my finger onto the majority of my lid. And because it's such a light color, I'm bringing it into the inner corner and up into the crease just a little bit. So pretty. I hope you can see that little bit of sparkle on camera. This is one of the most sparkly cream shadow shades I would say I have seen from Sydney Grace. It's really pretty. I know some of their shades with the larger bits of mica, like you would probably categorize this one, some folks have struggled to use those, like the consistency of the product maybe is a little bit off. I don't think I've had trouble with them. But this shade in particular, because the base of it is my skin tone basically, with a metallic sheen, it works so pretty. And it kind of brings out the sparkle in it too. I'm a really big fan of that shade. On top of this shirt for my meeting today, I'm going to be wearing a blazer, either like a maroon kind of blazer or a bright pink. I haven't decided yet, but I think that we can make a liner out of one of these two shades. I was kind of thinking Abigail. Yeah, let's stick with Abigail. It's a nice deep plummy purple kind of shade. So let's just do a little bit of a smoky liner, and I want to keep this close to the lash line, just in the outer portion of my eye. perfect. At least perfect insofar as exactly what I'm going for. I'm sure it's not perfect to a critical eye, but that's okay. And it's like, it's not a color that anybody else is going to see. Like, it's going to be very subtle. Like, it's almost like a dark black brown kind of shade. But I know and you know, and that's what matters. Okay, I'm gonna go add my mascara and I'll be right back. Let's keep the lips super simple for this look, so I'm going to use just a little bit of Mom Era from Elevate Beauty as my lip liner. And on my lips, I'm going to use my Sydney Grace lip topper. I had to think of what they call it. This is the shade Danny, which is just a pretty pink shade, but it's very, very sheer. I'm gonna clean up this mascara. Good enough. And there we have it. Of course, I'll add earrings, a ring, probably, possibly a necklace. Like I said, my blazer before I leave the house and all those sorts of things. But here is the finished makeup and hair look. For the hair, I didn't talk about it. I did it before I got on camera, but I just used my hot round brush. This one's from Chi. It's just like the laziest way that I can do my hair, but to give it a little something to it. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Our Bible verse to close us out of today's video is one that we've probably read before, but I know that my heart needs to hear it today. So this is Philippians 4:8-9. Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, if there is any virtue and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. The things which you learned and received and heard and saw in me, these do, and the God of peace will be with you. What a beautiful prayer for today, whatever day you're watching this. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video, and I hope to see you in the next one.